This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. We're so glad that you could join us tonight. I'm Deanna O'Donnell, and this is Thursday, June 17th. President Joe Biden signed a law into legislation today, making June 19th as Juneteenth National Independence Day. This day will now be a U.S. federal holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. Biden says that this is one of the greatest honors of his presidency and that by making Juneteenth a federal holiday, all Americans can feel the power of this day and learn from our history and celebrate progress and grapple with the distance we've come and the distance we have to travel. Juneteenth commemorates June 19, 1865, when Union Major General Gordon Granger announced the end of slavery in Galveston, Texas, in accordance with President Abraham Lincoln's 1863 Emancipation Proclamation. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management announced Thursday that most federal employees will observe the holiday on Friday of this week, since Juneteenth falls on Saturday this year. The legislation, which has passed by Congress on Wednesday, it passed the bill on the House on Wednesday by a 415-14 vote after the Senate unanimously passed the legislation the day before. The mother accused of killing and dumping the body of her 7-year-old son off Highway 160 in Mountain Springs and fled to Colorado says that she will not fight extradition back to Las Vegas to face charges for the crime. 35-year-old Samantha Moreno Rodriguez, arrested June 8th in Denver, Colorado after that murder, now awaits extradition to Las Vegas to face murder charges for the killing of her son, Liam Husted, whose body was discovered off a trail by hikers on May 28th. How the body was killed is still unknown at this time. The Nevada Department of Transportation worker was shot and wounded, and the alleged gunman is now dead after hours-long standoff with police in Eureka County.
A worker with the Nevada Department of Transportation was shot several times Wednesday morning on State Route 278, about 15 miles south of I-80. The roadway is being repaved, and pilot cars are escorting vehicles through the area. A trooper first witnessed a cargo van driving through the construction zone at a high rate of speed, heading away from the scene. He then learned that the driver of the van had fired several shots at an NDOT employee, striking him several times. The trooper provided medical aid to the wounded man, then traveled southbound in an attempt to locate the van. Additional troopers and Eureka County Sheriff's Office deputies located the vehicle about 35 miles north of Eureka. Moments later, they used spike strips to disable the vehicle near Garden Pass. NHP says once the van came to a stop, the driver got out and began firing at officers. After an hours-long standoff, troopers found the suspect near the van, suffering from a gunshot wound. He died a short time later. The NDOT worker was flown to a local hospital, where he's reported to be in stable condition. Nevada Highway Patrol says it will release more details soon, including the name of the suspect.
Thank you to Brad Francis for that report. Well, a two-vehicle crash today at a Pahrump busy intersection sends 2 people to the local hospital.
The crash happened around 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon at the intersection of Nevada 160 and Nevada 372. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating what caused the 2 sedans to collide. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue medics assessed 3 people at the scene. 2 were transported by ambulance to Desert View Hospital. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary members assisted with traffic control at the scene. Trooper Justin Bransky says it appears one of the drivers may have failed to yield on a flashing yellow turn arrow. He says it's important to understand what those flashing lights mean.
The lights will go green and then they'll turn yellow flashing. That means whoever's at that yellow flashing light has to yield for all oncoming traffic. Once traffic is clear, you can proceed through the intersection. It's very important that you make sure the intersection is clear. We get a lot of these crashes that happen because people think, oh, it's a yellow flashing light, I can just go when I want. Unfortunately, that's what causes these crashes. So we need to make sure that we're waiting for all traffic to be clear while we're yielding before we proceed through the intersection.
And on a side note, we want to say congratulations to Trooper Bransky and his new wife for their wedding nuptials that they had over the weekend. Congratulations, newlyweds. Well, a fugitive wanted for a sex offense in California is under arrest after leading Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies on a pursuit in Tonopah.
48-year-old Mark Grand of Phoenix, Arizona is under arrest in Nye County after fleeing from deputies in Tonopah. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says on June 13th, deputies conducted a traffic stop on a Chevy Malibu in the parking lot of the Bank Club. The driver and sole occupant, identified as Grand, had a full extradition warrant out of California for a sex offense. The Sheriff's Office says when officers asked Grand to exit the vehicle, he took off, leading deputies on a high-speed pursuit northbound on US 95. 20 minutes later, deputies caught up with Grand after he drove off the roadway, disabling his vehicle. Grand still refused to get out of the car, and deputies eventually had to break a window before he complied. Grand was placed under arrest and booked into the Nye County Detention Center, where he faces several charges, including disobeying the signal of a peace officer, felony reckless driving, obstructing, and fugitive from justice.
And more news right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. The Fed says that it will be raising interest rates sooner than planned. Morgan Stanley wants its workers back in the office, and shares of Oracle slide.
Higher interest rates are on the horizon. The Fed will increase interest rates twice by the end of 2023. Earlier, it was expected the Fed would keep rates near 0% until 2024. Federal Reserve officials also raised their expectations on economic growth to 7%, up from 6.5% for this year. And as far as inflation, the Fed is kicking up its inflation target to 3.4% for this year. The CEO of Morgan Stanley is sending out a very strong message to employees that he wants them back in New York and working on Wall Street. The CEO, James Gorman, tells investors as more people are getting vaccinated, if you can go to a restaurant in New York City, you can come into the office. And Oracle investors decided to sell shares even after the company reported stronger than expected earnings. Much of the company's software growth is coming from its cloud computing business.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, a Tonopah woman is under arrest after deputies respond to a report of a burglary in progress.
Tuesday, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a report of a burglary in progress at the Central Nevada Regional Care Office in Tonopah. Once on scene, deputies located 56-year-old Andrea Hillstead, who stated that she was attempting to get medical attention but had no way to call 911. They also noticed the glass entrance doors to the building were broken. The Sheriff's Office says Hillstead told deputies she knocked but did not receive an answer, then broke the doors to see if anyone was inside. Hillstead was placed under arrest and transported to the Nye County Detention Center in Tonopah, where she was booked for trespassing and destruction of property.
Well, VFW Post 10054 here in Pahrump is excited to announce a generous donation that will help homeless and low-income veterans get a free eye exam and glasses. VFW Veteran Service Officer Steve Chase is coordinating the free services.
Dr. Leaks is donating 15 eye exams and glasses to low-income or homeless veterans, and he's doing the eye exam and the glasses, and you just need to contact me here. I'm the Veteran Service Officer at the VFW, and my number is 775-764-7125, and I'll be handling it, and I give you the information. You go down to see Dr. Leaks, and they take good care of you.
And then is there income requirements and things, and you'll be vetting them?
I'm basically just overseeing it. They're looking for homeless or low-income veterans, but at this point we're just trying to get veterans that need the help and get your eyeglasses taken care of.
Is there an expiration on this right now?
They tell me no, but I'm sure we don't want to stretch it out too long, but it'll be good for the next few months as far as I know.
Again, if you are a veteran and interested in receiving the free eye exam and glasses, just reach out to Steve Chase at the VFW Post. His number, 775-764-7125. Please do not call Dr. Leaks' office directly. Well, the VFW Post has more news. They are sporting a new look these days. The Post was selected to appear on the TV show Bar Rescue, seen on the Paramount Network. The Bar Rescue team gave the facility a makeover, and Post Commander Marty Aguiar says they're thrilled with the results.
Bar Rescue actually contacted us about 8 months ago and asked us if we were interested in doing a an interview process to basically see if we wanted to be selected. We knew that they were staying local in Las Vegas, and they basically asked us if we wanted to be part of the show.
Did you guys didn't submit?
Nope, we didn't submit. They actually contacted us. They obviously laid down new paint. We had an interior decorator come in, and they basically hung up all of our memorabilia. It looks better the way they did it. They brought in new tables and chairs and bar stools. They put in chandeliers in the meeting hall. They put in new chairs in the dining hall and that type of stuff. So we're not dealing with folding chairs anymore. So we actually have really comfortable seating. Yeah. They assisted us with rehabbing our back porch that we had just finished. So that's now a game room. We've got a pool table, foosball table. We're going to have dartboards out there. They presented us with a new smoker that we utilized for smoking brisket and chicken and all that other stuff. And then they gave us all new chairs for the outside area as well. They didn't do anything with the actual bar. Obviously, they took the aluminum cooler and put a U.S. flag on it, which is absolutely gorgeous, and we love it. They resealed the bar top, but that was basically it, and did some painting. It was very interesting. What you see on the show versus what you actually go through in order for them to get that half-hour program, yeah. They're filming like hours and hours and hours of taping. Yeah. You know, I'm sure that 99% of that's going to wind up on the cutting floor, but you know, it was very interesting. Yeah. And you know, the hardest part about it is I had to give up the keys to this building for 3 days and not be here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they would not let us anywhere near the building while they were doing the renovation. You know, when they say 36-hour renovation, they're not kidding. It is 36 hours.
Wow.
You know, from the night that the stress test is done, we hand over the keys and they kick us out.
Yeah.
And we walk back in not knowing exactly what we were walking into.
Yeah.
But we're really, really happy with what they've done.
That's so awesome. We'll have more news on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. Let's go to Dr. David Lewis from Spring Mountain Medical to talk about the options for managing pain.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm Dr. David Lewis. Welcome to this edition of the Medical Minute. Today's topic is pain relief. There are many ways people can get relief from their pain. At Spring Mountain Medical, we offer a multi-dimensional approach. We offer medical practitioners, chiropractors, massage, and mental health services all under the same roof. Sometimes when treating neck or back pain, you may require additional assistance from a medical professional that requires medical attention. We've got your back. At times, your pain can be so great that it affects you emotionally. We have someone that can help you with that. When your body's out of alignment, we can provide relief from that too. With so many different ways to help, call us today to find out how we can help you. My name is Dr. David Lewis, and this has been a Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
All right, let's go to your great computer deals tech tip with Josh Osborne.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrump Zone Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. How do I know it's time to buy a new computer? Well, here's one sign. Even after a full PC tune-up done by a professional, your computer is still running super slow. A lagging, freezing, or even powering off computer are all signs of possible hardware failure. Computers are built really well, but after years of being turned on and off, running hot and cold, there always comes a point of hardware failure. In many cases, repairing your computer is the right choice, but more often, it's actually the same price or cheaper to get something new. Come down to our store for some friendly advice to help you with your next step. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
Well, if you didn't get outdoors on a recent Saturday, you missed the National Get Outdoors Day. To mark the occasion locally, the Vegas PBS partnered with Save Red Rock and Escape Adventures to host a free bike ride in Blue Diamond, and also to celebrate the finale of Vegas's PBS Emmy Award-winning series, Outdoor Nevada.
Today is National Get Outdoors Day, a national effort, yay! A national effort dedicated to get all of us outside and celebrate our public lands. We're also here to proclaim June 12, 2021, Outdoor Nevada Day. Yay! So for anyone here who doesn't know about Outdoor Nevada, it's one of our local television productions at Vegas PBS, and we explore the places, the people, the history, the events of the great outdoors in this state of Nevada.
I just want to tell you that a job like this, in my line of work, it comes around maybe once a career. And we were just finishing season 5 24 hours ago in Elko. And I was riding home and I was thinking about my appreciation for you and this state, because anybody that works on the show knows that we're not just doing a show about Nevada. We sort of take a silent oath around the campfire that this is an ambassadorial mission. We kind of want the people in Vegas to know the people in Elko. And we want the people in Laughlin to know the people in Austin and what do they got. And so we take that very seriously as we travel the state. I think it's 30,000 miles now.
Well, you're never too young to go after your dreams. For students enrolled in a one-of-a-kind aviation program, they're reaching new heights at the same time that the school itself is soaring. Kim Martinez reports.
Summer college is going to be also flight training, so I'm just going to get further ratings until I'm qualified enough to become a commercial airline pilot.
Not exactly what most kids can say they did with their summer vacation, but Joseph Valek is getting an amazing opportunity as part of a high-flying group of students attending EVIT, a trade school which offers an aviation program to high school students.
It is hard to work in aviation and not make 6 figures.
If that's not enough to inspire these students, Michael Charlton, a graduate of the aviation program who now returns to EVIT to teach periodically, has landed a job in the tower at Sky Harbor.
So the controllers at the top of the tower, they take care of the airport itself, while I work at the bottom of the tower and we control the planes once they leave the ground.
Michael's former instructor in the EVIT aviation program, Lou Amity, says it's a dream job.
I'm jealous. I don't know what else to say.
Just one more piece of information right here. So here is your magnetic deviation.
The program was relatively new when Michael was in it, but when students take off this coming fall, they'll have a whole new state-of-the-art building, complete with a hangar and an airplane.
The opportunities that these kids are going to have are going to be tenfold of the opportunities that we had. The program's just going to continue to grow and get better.
We're going to introduce the students to all different kinds of aviation subjects, jobs, career opportunities, things like that. Everything from flying to being an aircraft mechanic and air traffic controller.
And another amazing aspect of the program, college credits.
They offer a lot of their classes now for dual enrollment, which, you know, in my profession, in the pilot profession, a lot of aviation professions, seniority matters. So the earlier you can get in just gives you an upper hand.
And they're taking it at a lower tuition rate for the community college, so that saves a lot of money.
A smooth takeoff for students aspiring to be in the aviation industry. Kim Martinez reporting.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, it's John Kohler staring out the KPVM weather window at the puffy little clouds billowing majestically over the dusty desert jewel that is the paradise of Pahrump. Triple-digit temperatures in the forecast. We'll tell you all about it. Come on back.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. You made it all the way to Thursday evening in this beastly hot weather. Congratulations to you. I think you all deserve a trophy, or at least a participation ribbon. Let's check this out. Nearly the whole state into the triple digits. Look at that up in Fernley and Fallon even, all the way tipping over to 102 degrees. Carson City almost got there. Tonopah almost got there. Goldfield and Boy Band temperature at 98 degrees. Beatty, 108 degrees. 112 in Amarillo, 114 in Las Vegas. Wow, oh, you're sweating it, but not like Death Valley, 124 degrees there. And here in the paradise of Pahrump, where the air is pure, the grass is green, the water is pure and plentiful, 111 degrees, and that's a good thing that the water's plentiful, because, man, that sprinkler just feels good on you, doesn't it? When it flips over, flip, 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 112 degrees earlier. Winds out of the southwest kindly at 8 miles per hour, just a titch of humidity, which kind of belies the cloud cover we've had. I don't quite get that, but all right, 5:26 a.m. The sun rose as promised, and it'll set this evening again as promised at 8:03 p.m. Good evening. We'll head down to 82 degrees. Winds kindly out of the east-northeast to 7 miles per hour. And as we head on into the week, what do we got? More of the same. 111 degrees tomorrow, 110. Actually, the temperature is going to be dropping about 10, 12 degrees by week's end, so that's good. Clear skies throughout. Wind's going to be about doubling in ferocity, 9 miles per hour now. It'll get all the way up to 17 mile per hour winds on Tuesday. And those temperatures returning to boy band temperature at 98 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday. I want it that way. Okay, it's back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, Sean. We do have a reminder once again that the Cirque Legacy is here in town. They're down there at Petrick Park at the corner of Basin and Highway 160. There is several shows happening Monday through Friday, each day at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And that's right there on the corner of Highway 160 and Basin Avenue at 150 North Highway 160. If you would like to get tickets, you can buy them ahead of time at eventbrite.com. You can also go to their website, which is thecirquelegacy.com, and of course you can buy them right there at the gate. You won't miss it. It's underneath that big red top. And of course, the movie this weekend, everybody wants to know a little bit ahead of time here, and that is at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park. It is Dora, the Lost City of Gold. These are free movies in the park brought to you by the town of Pahrump. And they are putting up a screen there at the park like they do every weekend during the summer. And you can find that schedule on our local Pahrump Facebook page. The movies start approximately 8:15. They ask that you bring a chair and blanket. They have a snack bar there that serves snacks and also is a fundraiser, but it's so much fun to just sit out there. And of course, Ian Deutsch Memorial Park, right there off of Honeysuckle between Dandelion and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. And that is once again Saturday night. Valley Electric Association has warned of a possibility of rolling blackouts, and that's from 5 p.m. tonight until 10 p.m. tonight. They ask that you conserve your electricity because we, of course, are in extreme weather conditions right now happening. So take care of your pets and anybody that you need to check on as well. We don't have the cooling stations open right here at the Bob Roode Community Center because they do have an event happening this weekend, but there is cooling stations at the VFW post on Homestead Road, and they are open to anybody who would like to cool off. You don't have to be a member, and you don't have to be a veteran, and they are open all hours. So if you want to go down to the VFW post there on Homestead Road, right next to Mann's off of Homestead, you can find out more by going on Facebook to the VFW post. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Have a great night. Let's see you back here tomorrow.